Hi everyone! Before we start this video, I want to give a massive thank you to you all for your beautiful comments, encouraging us to continue. As you see, made another video, so we must be continuing. Also, thank you to all those beautiful people who stopped by our store at Agfest. There were so many of you out there that came in and actually told us off for not continuing. So the plan will be, we'll do a video when we can, and summer will probably nothing at all for those 3 months. It's just too difficult to do. Now, as you can see from the last video, the garden has changed a lot. It's pretty much done, dusted, finished. You can see the remnants of the tomato patch here. So all these plants have got to come up. It's not the norm that we do. We normally rotate our crops, but because we've got hard cloth down here and the hole's already prepped, we will use this as tomatoes again. But this time we're going to put a hard wire mesh across here and across the other side for them to climb and see if that works, because the poles didn't work and the stringing, they're just too heavy. So that's what we plan to do here, but we are going to rotate the two crops over here. Strawberries are going to stay the same, and we're trialing out things like the silver beet and cabbage is coming along really nice, turnips, radish, and up the back we've still got corn, beetroot, radish, spinach, tiny bit of lettuce, still picking off that for ourselves, and but otherwise we're putting all the beds to sleep. So James has been ploughing 2 more fields, which will show you that, ready for corns and potatoes, and they're going to always be corn and potato. We're just going to swap them over every year. If that doesn't work, we'll plant it again. And you'll notice maybe it might be too far away, but up the back we've got beautiful black soil because our neighbour has been dropping off some soil from his calf shed, so it's been ruminating there for a few years. Oh, it is gorgeous. And we've already done garlic beds, 1, 2, you're sitting on 1 at the moment, and 3 over there, and we've got enough garlic to do a few more beds. We got to get it in now. And I'm also going to do pots, so we're going to 2 pots have got the rhubarb, so I can't touch them, so one's there and one's there. Another one is over there with strawberries. I don't know whether to keep that or not, but I'm going to go and do the tulip pots, planting tulips behind me there, and otherwise all beds are being prepped to go to sleep or have a cover crop on it, but we'll go through all that with you. All right. Good morning everybody, it's about 7 o'clock in the morning and we are off to Agfest to set up this morning, and then the next 3 days we will be having Agfest. So this is the biggest festival of the year. It is the last festival of the year. Thought we'd bring you along to set up. Got me sexy fluoro on. You have to wear this for setup, and we'll take you along and show you what we do to set up our store. What's unusual this year is I'm only in a jumper. There's no frost anywhere. It is the 6th of May and it is warm compared to the rest of the year so far. So very unusual. We should have fantastic autumn colours to see, so I'm going to put you on the car stand and let's go for a drive. It takes about 40 minutes to get to Carrick. And here we are in the craft pavilion. Arrived. There's hardly anybody set up yet. And which is good. This is why we come early, so we can park the car in here, bring everything out, and then set up without anybody being near us. So we are in the middle this year. So we are this one here, A12. And last year we were over there on the wall, and the year before we were there on the wall there. So being in the middle, I don't know if I like that, because you've got somebody backed onto you, whereas we had the wall and we could put our magnets up and stuff. But anyway, so the first thing we do is put the mat down, then put the canopy, the gazebo up. But I'm going to put you on time lapse and go from there. It is morning, 6:30 next day, and we're off to start Agfest proper. And believe it or not, I'm rugged up like an Eskimo, and there is snow on the mountain behind me, but you'll have to take my word for it because it's too dark to see. Alright, we'll see you at Agfest. Hopefully James will be taking you for a walk around and show you just how massive it is. We are really lucky and blessed because we live in the best place for the best food. And this is what we're going to have for dinner tonight, all local. So we have our salmon from 41 degrees south. If you ever come to Deloraine, go to there. If you're a salmon fan, it is the best salmon ever. Then we have very, very good friends who made us some sourdough, so we're having that, and they're so good. And then they also made us some apple pie, and we're going to finish that off tonight and top it with the last of our strawberries. So autumn strawberries, very sweet and yummy. And we also will be putting with our salmon our lettuce, last of our lettuce, and topping it with 41 degrees south. They've got ginseng spice and their pepperberry salt spice. We make a dressing with that, and then you put this on top of your salmon. So let's get this plated up.
Well, hello YouTube fans. I have a new implement, and I should have started filming when I started to use it so you could see all the mistakes I've been making. I'm just trying to dial it in. It's a John Deere bottom plough, a single bottom plough, and I don't know if anyone's ever used one on a Coyote before. The fittings are a little bit different, but I managed to get it on. The reason I bought it is to plough over new ground, to turn over the soil, and it was the right price. I found it on Facebook, the trading pages, and it looked like a really solid little unit. So I went out and drove out about 40 minutes from here and picked it up, and now's the day to trial it out. So I'll show you some images of me ploughing, and you can see what you make of it. As you can see, it's not very deep at the moment, so I'm working on that, adjusting the levers on the 3-point hitch. I think I've got it close, but I could be wrong. So I'll jump on the tractor and I'll let you see how I'm ploughing a row. So I think that strip was a bit narrow, so I'll try and adjust something. I think I'll try and get that point to go more aggressive. So I think I'll bring it up. We can only try. As you can see here, there's another one to adjust to level it out when I'm in the ditch. You'll notice that the pins, one's high and one's low, and that's for the wheel to be in the rut. I think I'll go the other way to see what it does. Seems to be working a little bit better. Still no depth though. That little jockey wheel needs to be rolling. All I can do is just keep trying to adjust things until it improves. I'm still turning the soil over, which is good, but I'd like to go a little bit deeper. Well, that's done it.
James has managed to get 2 areas ploughed, and these will now be a potato field and the corn field, and we will rotate them each year between each other. Now, anybody who's been following the channel for a while might realise what we have done. That field just there is 1, 2, and sorry about the sun, 3. They were our RV spots. We decided not to do RVs anymore because the regulations and council stipulation would make it very expensive, if not impossible, and we're not set up with every sewerage, enough water, clean, like we're not town water or anything like that. You'd have to be fully self-contained. There's just too much. So we thought, well, you know what, we've been doing really well with our food, let's just keep going with our veggies and providing that for people. And so that's what we've decided to do. So our trees will still grow up in between. Shouldn't provide too much shade because, as you can see, the sun's just beaming in at the moment. But we're leaving this spot here. So this will remain as a RV camping caravan spot for anybody who wants to visit us, and they are self-contained. We can put them there. Yeah, so now we have to do one more plough, and this will be for the tulips. Before I show you where we're going to put those, James sussed out ploughing. So believe it or not, I don't know whether you can tell, this field here is much deeper plough than the first field we filmed for you, which was this one here. That's nowhere near as deep now as this. You might be able to tell by how much dirt is hilled up. So he sussed that out. So the tulips are going to go over here. Now, I love tulips. Who doesn't love tulips? And our road is there. Everybody drives past on the road and slows right down because they have a look at our fields. And when that's all up in veggies, they have a nice drive past and get all excited about it. And yeah, so I thought, as we don't have many veggies when it comes to October, but we will have flowers, where these blueberries are, I've still got to do some work for the blueberries, make a strip along here and put in tulips. Now, at Agfest, we managed to find someone who would sell them at a really good price and got 200 tulip bulbs. So we are going to put them there. I left James to pick colours, so he has picked 10 colours, 20 bulbs each. Yeah, and so his next job is to plough this, then till it, and we are going to put the tulips there, and hopefully in October it will come up and be stunning from the road. And then people can slow down and have a good look at this beautiful colour and see what else we've got going on here. So since the last video, It's a little bit different, isn't it? So we are in the process of putting the fields to bed. So we have left some, I'm trying to get out of the sun. We have left some carrots, some beetroot, spinach, more beetroot. Up the back we have beetroot, radish, some herbs still left, so I'm going to finish up the herbs and dry them. And the beds down here are pretty much done and dusted now. Yeah.
Hello, you might be wondering what I'm doing with this bit of leaf matter. We just went down to the local pool with the farmer next door and trimmed the trees down there, and I said I'll take the leaves and I'll bring them back to my place and mulch them up with my flower mower, so I'll spread them out later on when I've got my flower mower on, and then we'll make it all into little chips and put it in the soil, and that'll really make the compost get going. So it's good for compost.
All right, now we are on to doing the new tulip bulbs into this bed here, so that in spring everybody driving past on the road here will be able to see them, and it might catch their eye to everything else that we produce here. So James is going to do well, at the moment we're thinking 2 rows. I've got 100 bulbs to go in each row, and that should be 10 different species, or 20 different species. Anyway, let me lie it out and we'll see. Okay, as I didn't pick these, I didn't know what we were getting into. So it actually is 10 species, 20 of each. So what we have, and don't ask me what the colours are, I haven't got the foggiest idea, I didn't pick them, but I'm going to look it up. We've got, I don't know, what does that say, Adrum, and then Purple Raven, I assume that's a purple one, Gorilla, I mean I love gorillas, so does that mean it's a black or a silverback? Henry Vandermost, Strong Gold, I'm assuming that's a yellow. All right, so that's on this side, and right next to the road, and then this side next to the blueberries we have Barcelona, Davenport, Triple A, White Ice, I'm assuming that's really white, maybe with a hint of blue. And last but not least, Columbus. All right, so your guess is as good as mine. I do not know, but let's get planting. And there we are. So we just have to cover them and then we'll put straw on them, but I'm just about to run out of battery, so I'll show you when we're finished. Tulip patch is now done. Doesn't look pretty, but we've had this mulch, hay, straw for over a year now. So, but hopefully by the time October comes, it'll be beautiful and tulipy. We are moving on to the garlic patch now. So as you can see, this is the patch that is next to, well, between the tomatoes on the left and the strawberries on the right. So we had the snow peas on here before the end of the season, and now we are planting our garlic. We have 3 species of garlic that we are planting. So at the beginning of this row, James planted elephant garlic. We only had a few bulbs, cloves of that. Now he is planting cloves of white garlic. Sorry, don't know the species of this. And then in the other row, we're going to be planting purple garlic and probably 2 rows of purple garlic. This will be a second planting of each. So we're trialling out here how to cover the garlic without actually having to use a rake or anything, and use the wheel hoe. Didn't really go to plan. So it didn't cover it properly, so in the end we had to go over it with the rake and the hoe anyway. But we wanted a 3rd row as we realised we had way too much garlic left. So we had a very successful garlic year, sold a lot of it, kept a lot of it, and had a lot of the really good big bulbs to plant up for these beds. So way more beds than what we thought we were going to do this year.
The worms bite them.
And now we are just raking it in, getting out any of the roots we might find from previously, and then we're going to mulch this with the leftover mulch you saw us do on the tulips, and then this bed should be done. All mulched up, looking just like the tulip patch actually. So I have put some stakes in. So we've got the garlic that has the W on it, which means it's white. And I've got to remember the elephants up there. And then this has got the P on it, which means purple garlic. We did an extra row of purple, so I've done another little stick of purple. A lot of you have been asking about Maggie. She's not doing very well. She is coming to end of life. She's dying. Trying so hard not to cry. She is a huge part of our life, and it's really hard. We're trying to make life as comfortable as possible for her. She has lost a lot of weight. Food just doesn't have the interest for her, which is unbelievable considering that she is so food focused. I mean, I have my breakfast right next to me and she's not interested in it whatsoever. However, she has got a taste for really, really expensive foods. So we had salmon the other night, and she nearly took it off the plate. Now, what was really amazing about that is she is now completely blind. She went blind about a month ago. So watching her learn to go around the house and remembering not to shift things, just watching her has been really hard. Her back legs are very weak. and she drinks a lot of water. So we're now having to deal with peeing all over the place. So just have to clean it up. I've got a U-Boot machine to do that now. So, but what is hard also is that she's just not sitting and sleeping with us like she always used to. And we miss her, even though she's with us. She's changed so much. We miss her. So when she does want to come and be with us and sleep with us, I take every opportunity I can. So it's mainly mornings. She comes and just stands next to us, and so we know that that's her cue that she wants to be picked up and have a snuggle. So she particularly likes this blanket. It's an electric throw, so it's nice and warm. And so she'll be here for a couple of hours, and I make the most out of it. Yeah, I'm missing her.